We've all heard the buzz about personalized education, right? The dream of teaching every student exactly how they need to be taught. But for teachers on the ground, well, that dream can feel pretty far away. But what if I told you there's a new AI tool that might just change the game? Today, we're diving into Google NotebookLM to see if it can finally close that gap between the ideal and the reality. Seriously, think about it. It's the question at the heart of teaching, isn't it? You step into a classroom, and you're not facing one student, you're facing 30. 30 completely different people with their own brains, their own passions, their own speeds. How in the world do you teach all of them at once?
And let's be real, that's no exaggeration at all. We're asking teachers to be masters of multitasking on an insane level. They're juggling different personalities, learning abilities, cultural backgrounds, and what kids are actually interested in all at the same time. It's a massive, massive challenge to make sure every kid in that room feels like the lesson is actually for them.
Okay, so we've established the reality of the classroom is, well, it's complicated. But here's the thing. In the education world, there's a theoretical solution to this exact problem. It's kind of the gold standard, the thing everyone knows they should be doing, but actually pulling it off, that's a whole other story. And that gold standard is called differentiated instruction. It's a big term, but the idea behind it is actually pretty simple. It comes from theories like Howard Gardner's multiple intelligences, and it basically says stop trying to force everyone into the same box. Instead of a one-size-fits-all lesson, you tailor your teaching to fit each student's unique needs. It sounds amazing, right? But man, is it a ton of work.
So to really nail this, a teacher has to think about 4 different things for their students. First, the content. What are they learning? Then the process. How are they going to learn it? Is it by reading, watching a video, a hands-on project? Third, the product. How do they show you they get it? A test, a presentation, an essay? And finally, the learning environment itself. Now, trying to customize all 4 of those things for just one student is hard enough. For a class of 30, it's practically impossible.
All right, so if that wasn't complicated enough, let's throw a huge wrench into the works. Or maybe it's not a wrench, maybe it's a key. I'm talking about AI. It has officially entered the classroom, and teachers everywhere are trying to figure out if it's a friend or a foe.
And this has really split the room, you know? On one hand, you have the fear. And it's a legitimate fear. Teachers are worried that AI is just a shortcut, that it's taking away the need for students to think critically. Plus, who's teaching them how to use it right? But then you have the other side, the opportunity side. This group sees AI not as an enemy, but as this incredible ally that could totally change teaching for the better if we just figure out how to use it. I think this quote really hits the nail on the head. It's about a shift in mindset. So what if we did that? What if we decided to look past the scary what-ifs and focused on the exciting what could be? What if AI is actually the tool we've been waiting for to crack the code on differentiated instruction?
And that's where we get to the really practical part of this. There's a tool out there, a new one from Google called NotebookLM, and it's built specifically to be that bridge, to take us from the fear of AI to the incredible possibilities.
So, what exactly is NotebookLM? The best way to think about it is as a personal AI research assistant. But, and this is the absolute game changer, unlike other AIs that just pull information from the entire internet, this one is grounded only in the sources you give it. That means it's not going to make stuff up or pull in random, unreliable facts. It works only with your material, which is huge for accuracy in the classroom. And check this out. It's not picky about what you feed it. You can upload PDFs, your lecture notes from Google Docs, links to articles, even YouTube videos, pretty much any kind of material you'd use in your class. It basically becomes this one-stop shop, a central brain for your entire course. Okay, so I know new AI tool can sound intimidating, but getting started is actually so simple. Seriously, it's just 3 steps. Let's break it down. First, you just go to the website and log in with your Google account. Easy. Second, you create what's called a notebook and start uploading your stuff, that PDF, that video link, whatever. And that's pretty much it. The AI does its thing, analyzes your sources, and boom, you're ready to start creating. All right, so you've uploaded your sources. Now for the fun part. What can this thing actually do? This is where it goes from being just a cool piece of tech to being like your own personal teaching assistant. Picture this, you upload one single chapter from a textbook, and from that one source, you can instantly get a whole range of materials. You can ask it for a summary for your 9th graders, and then a totally different, more complex summary for your advanced 12th graders. You can tell it to create a list of deep discussion questions, or a set of flashcards for vocabulary. This right here, this is differentiated instruction made easy.
And it gets even better, because it's not just about text. You can ask it to help you create an outline for a podcast for your students who learn by listening, or generate the structure for a mind map for your visual learners. You can even have it whip up a quick quiz. I mean, this is exactly how you start catering to all those different learning styles in that classroom of 30 students. So what does this all mean? The big takeaway is that impossible, overwhelming task of creating 5 different versions of one lesson suddenly isn't so impossible anymore. The tech can do the heavy lifting, the content creation part, which frees up the teacher to do the most important job, actually connecting with their students. It finally makes that dream of personalized education something you can actually do. You know, we started this whole conversation with that huge challenge, teaching a room full of unique individuals. But what if we're looking at it all wrong? What if, with the right tools used in the right way, that very same challenge could become our biggest opportunity? What if this is how we finally, truly reach every single kid in the classroom?